Millions of people throw away egg yolks every single day. They think they're being healthy, protecting their hearts, doing the right thing. But what if the advice we've been following for 40 years was based on incomplete science? This is the story of how our understanding of eggs completely changed and what the current science actually reveals about that golden yolk you've been tossing. In the 1980s, health authorities became deeply concerned about dietary fat and cholesterol. The egg yolk, with about 200 milligrams of cholesterol packed into that tiny sphere, became the poster child for what we should avoid. This wasn't malicious. It was scientists working with the best information they had about preventing heart disease. As the evidence piled up, official recommendations changed. In 2015, the U.S. Dietary Guidelines removed the previous limit on dietary cholesterol. Multiple large studies found that for most healthy people, eating up to one whole egg per day wasn't associated with increased heart disease risk. Now, this doesn't mean eggs are risk-free for everyone. If you have existing heart disease, diabetes, or familial hypercholesterolemia, work with your doctor on what's right for you. So, what does current research actually suggest about how many eggs? Most studies show that for generally healthy adults, consuming 1 to 3 whole eggs per day appears safe and can be part of a balanced diet. Some research on active individuals and athletes suggests up to 3 eggs daily shows no adverse effects and may support fitness goals. But this is where individual health really matters. If you have diabetes, existing heart disease, or genetic cholesterol conditions, your ideal intake might be different, which is why discussing this with your healthcare provider matters. The key is moderate, consistent intake as part of a varied diet, not 0 eggs, not 10 eggs. Here's the elegant part. The yolk naturally contains lecithin, a compound that research suggests may actually reduce how much cholesterol your gut absorbs. Nature packaged the egg with what looks like a built-in balancing mechanism. Now, here's where it gets fascinating. In a 2017 study, researchers had young men do resistance training, then fed one group whole eggs and another group the same amount of protein from egg whites alone. The whole egg group showed about 40% greater stimulation of muscle protein synthesis. Now, this was a small study measuring immediate response, not long-term gains, but think about what that means. 2 people, same workout, same amount of protein, but one body builds significantly more muscle tissue. The only difference? The yolk. So what's in that yolk that creates this effect? It's not one magic ingredient, it's the combination. Proteins, fats, vitamins, and bioactive compounds working synergistically. When you isolate just the white, you're separating components that evolved to work together. Let's inventory what's actually in that yolk. While the egg white is mostly protein and water, the yolk contains the majority of the egg's micronutrients. Fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, K, B vitamins, including B12 and folate, iron, calcium, zinc. But there's one nutrient most people have never heard of, and most of us aren't getting enough. It's called choline. One whole egg gives you about 147 milligrams. Choline builds cell membranes, supports nerve signaling, helps prevent fat from accumulating in your liver. Research shows many people, especially pregnant women, don't get enough. Eating only egg whites? You're getting almost none. Your brain has been asking for choline. You've been handing it egg whites. Here's what makes eggs special. Your body absorbs these antioxidants far more efficiently from egg yolks than from vegetables, because the fat in the yolk improves delivery. Think of it this way. Every yolk you threw away was like tossing a tiny pair of sunglasses designed specifically for your retina. There's also evidence about satiety, how full food makes you feel. People who eat whole eggs for breakfast tend to feel more satisfied and consume fewer calories later compared to those eating a carb-heavy breakfast. In one study, participants ate roughly 180 fewer calories at lunch after an egg breakfast. The protein and fat combination appears to regulate appetite more effectively than egg whites alone. If you decide to include whole eggs in your diet, not all eggs are nutritionally identical.
The hen's diet and living conditions affect the egg's nutrient profile. Natural and farm fresh aren't regulated terms. They don't guarantee anything about the hen's conditions or diet. Cage-free just means the hens aren't in cages. They may still be in crowded indoor facilities. For potentially higher nutritional quality, look for organic, a USDA-regulated term requiring outdoor access and organic feed. Pasture-raised eggs from hens spending significant time outdoors eating varied diets often show higher omega-3s and vitamins. Cooking method matters. Lower heat and shorter times help preserve nutrients and minimize cholesterol oxidation. Poaching and boiling are excellent. They don't require added fat. If frying, use heat-stable oils like avocado oil at high heat or olive oil at medium heat. Quick safety reminder: always cook eggs until both white and yolk are firm to reduce foodborne illness risk. Handle raw eggs carefully and wash your hands. Basic food safety hasn't changed.
The story of the egg yolk shows us how scientific understanding evolves. What was once avoided based on incomplete information is now recognized as nutrient-dense food for most healthy people. The current evidence suggests whole eggs can be part of a healthy diet, providing high-quality protein, essential vitamins, beneficial fats, and unique antioxidants, supporting everything from muscle recovery to eye health. Here's the thing: nature doesn't usually package nutrients randomly. The white and yolk evolved together for a reason. Science gave us new information. Now we get to make more informed choices. If you found this helpful and want to see how eggs stack up against chicken, fish, and plant proteins, that's coming next. Thanks for watching.